Now from downtown Cleveland, MLB Network brings you baseball from Progressive Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Indians. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Trevor Bauer, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that can hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good pitcher.
Digging in, Rendell Grichuk. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Liner toward right center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And the Jays are in business now. It's a leadoff double.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
Standing in now, Teoscar Hernandez down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. Throw into second. And he is out trying for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here.
First baseman.
At the plate, Justin Smoke, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here off the bat of Justin Smoke. Home run number 5 on the year as the Blue Jays take a 2-0 advantage.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Into the box, Kendrys Morales. Now he turns and smokes this one into deep center field. Zimmer is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I'm a bit worried about the second hitter. Last month he turned in less than 20 hits. He's just been real inconsistent. That's not terrible, but it's not good either. And he's the guy that they need to be productive. I'm looking for a bounce back here.
Digging in now, Yangervis Solarte, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
High and deep to right. Naquin going back, still going back. Gone! It's a solo home run for Yangervis Solarte. 8th home run on the season for him, and the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Russell Martin now. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Getting on base, a big problem as you see the average there. 3 homers and 7 driven in. 0-1 home to Martin. Hard hit ball to short. Lindor is there. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him, and that ends the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Indians nothing. Jaime Garcia is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Toronto. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Takes a knee-high fastball.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Garcia has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Matt, every team is looking for a guy like this. In a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often, you need at least 1 or 2 guys into the rotation that have the chance to get you into the 7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this group in front of the home crowd tonight?
Well, Matt, I'm looking for someone to step up right now. Down 3 runs, someone's going to have to hit a gapper with runners in scoring position. It all starts with the leadoff guy. Find a way to execute and get himself on base. See if they can get a rally started and get back in this.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Jason Kipnis. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First offering on its way. Looks at a curveball on the outside corner. Just missed with a breaking ball.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
Hit in the air to center field. Pilar's there, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Digging in, Jose Ramirez. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Now the 0-2 from Garcia. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Pilar is there. And the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 2nd inning coming up from Progressive Field. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Indians nothing. At the plate, Kevin Pilar. He'll start things out in the top half of the 2nd.
Center fielder, number 11, Kevin Pilar.
First offering on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Naquin racing back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. The relay throw. And they will tag him out in a rundown, and that is Bonehead City right there.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And let's take a look at Yan Gomes, catcher. Calls a really good game. Pitchers seem to love throwing to this guy. And don't get it twisted, he can run into a 3-run homer as well.
Into the box, Aledmus Diaz hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. First pitch coming, here it is. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little earlier.
Chopped weakly to the left. Ramirez going to have to hurry. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Devin Travis.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Devin Travis. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. 2-out success means Randall Grichuk will bat this inning.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Here's Randall Grichuk, as he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez as he sends it on the ground to first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they lead it 3-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Brantley. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Bounced softly in front of the plate. And there's 1 away.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And let's focus on one of the most dynamic outfielders in our sport, Kevin Pillar. He's a highlight reel every time he takes the outfield. Has made some of the most signature catches of the last 5 years.
Edwin Encarnacion now, and you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch, a called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1, and there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
One out, nobody on. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Ranging back is Pillar, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
This thing had a chance to get out of here as it headed deep to left center, but it stays in the park banging high off the wall. The runner has to play in front of him, so he sees they're going to have some trouble getting it back in, and he motors round second into third for the triple.
Now at the plate, Yonder Alonso, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. He's set. Here it comes. And that one stayed up a little high. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. Two and one to the Indians' first baseman. Encarnacion takes his lead at third with one away. Grounded back up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they're on the board as this is now a 3-1 ball game.
Batting seventh, catcher, Yan Gomes.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pilar is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Stepping in, Tyler Naquin. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and two away. From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Fastball called for strike two. Naquin can be considered a bit of a one-dimensional hitter, I guess, in terms of making contact. He tends to see the ball out of right-handed pitchers' hands well, but doesn't seem to pick up the left-handers at the same level.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Justin Smoke. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field, but not quite enough as it's off the center field wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
Here's Kendrys Morales. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Lying toward the gap in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. And tack on one more, make it a 4-1 lead.
You know, D-Roll, this is talking about some bad luck from a pitching standpoint. If they're playing at normal depth, that might have very well been a ground ball double play.
Yeah, and I think his approach would have changed at the plate, but you know what? That has to fry you right there. They had a double play lined up if they're playing back. Manager wanted to pick his poison, and he got burned.
Stepping in now, Russell Martin, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the 0-1. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Brantley going back, and this one is gone. A home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 4th home run for him on the season, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
As we take another look here, you can see that the curve just didn't have that great bite to it, and he sends it deep into the night sky. If you can see it early, curveballs can be some of the easiest pitches to get airborne and backspin out of the park.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kevin Pillar. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
And that's in for a base hit, his 2nd in as many trips to the plate.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz as he grounds one briskly to short. The 2nd for 1. On to Alonso. It's a double play.
Now batting, second baseman, Devin Travis.
Ready for another chance. Devin Travis. He reached on a single in his first try. Here comes the first pitch. Line toward the alley and left center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night.
The right fielder, number 15, Randall Grichuk.
Digging in and looking for more, Randall Grichuk. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. He's set, and the pitch. On the ground to the left side. Backhanded. Throw in time for the 3rd out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Tribe. It's the Blue Jays 7 and the Indians 1. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
I got to believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. The 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Striding in once again, Jason Kipnis. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A fastball right over the outside corner. Last strike now for Cleveland. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. On the ground up the middle. And safe at first on a bang-bang play, as that last lunge was enough to beat the throw. And it looks like we're going to see time called here as he looked to come up a bit gingerly after he hit the first base bag. But from all indications, it looks like it won't be enough to take him out of the ballgame. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
That's a ball.
And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
That evens it up 1-1.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Fouled off. Kipnis is off at first with 2 away. Ground ball sent back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
You know, Dero, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
Here's Michael Brantley. And it's grounded just foul down the line. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. The 0-1 delivery. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner. Here's the 0-2. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
7-1 the final score in tonight. The Blue Jays hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Jaime Garcia notches his 3rd win of the year. Trevor Bauer allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, we're all thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Blue Jays.